Well, it's that time of the year again. Weather's starting to change. It's actually pretty sunny out today and probably about 5 or 6 degrees, so I might go for a ride. But I am starting to get the bikes ready for winter. But before I do that, the Indian Roadmaster actually needs an oil change. So today we're going to do an oil change. Anyways, let's get into it. So I know a lot of people worry about oil and what's the best oil and everything. I just went ahead to Indian dealership and got the pack. I already threw the box out, so I can't show you the box, but it comes with 6 liters of oil, the oil filter, as well as the 2 gaskets for the drain plugs, as well as it's kind of nice, but instructions. I haven't done this before. It seems pretty easy. It seems actually easier than a Harley because it is 2 drains, but it's only 1 fill area. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get the bikes ready. To start with, you have to actually warm them up. So I'm going to go ahead and warm up the bike first. You're supposed to run it for about 5 minutes, especially if it's cold. So I'm going to go ahead and start the bike. There, that's about 5 minutes of running, so it should be nice and warm. Got to make sure I don't burn myself on the oil. If you're wondering, I started the other 2 bikes too because I just threw some stabilizer, gas fuel stabilizer, just because I don't know how much I'm going to be running them. I just have to top them up with gas, but if you're wondering, that's why I started the other 2 bikes. Anyways, let's get the drain plugs off. I don't know if this is the exact right size, but my kit has a number 6 hex bolt, and it seems to fit on this. I don't know if it's 6mm, it just has 6. But yeah, that's what I'm going to use to take off the 2 drain plugs at the bottom. Oh, and this is for the Thunderstroke 111, but it will be the same on any of the Thunderstrokes. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see, it's just these 2 drain plugs, and you just loosen and take them off. Make sure you have your drain pan ready. There's 1. 2. Now, one thing I am noticing, this one here has the gasket on it, or the washer. This one did not, and I don't see it up on there. Now the kit comes with 2, so obviously I'm going to use it for that one, but it seems kind of strange. Also, I don't know if they look like they're magnetic, but I don't see any bits on them, so that's a good sign. Anyways, let's let that drain. So they come with 2 washers, so obviously I'm going to put both of them on, even though that one didn't have one. And I'm going to keep the old one. I mean, it's probably still okay, and you could probably reuse it, but they recommend not to. But I'm going to keep this one just as a backup in case I, misplace one of those next time I'm doing the oil change. Oil's almost done. Let's go put these in. There, now you tighten them down to 15 foot-pounds or 20 newton meters. Perfect. Now let's go get the oil filter off. So the oil filter is actually pretty easy to get to. It's right at the front of the motor. The only problem I'm going to have is my oil filter wrench, oh, gross, is for Harley, and these are a lot smaller than a Harley one. So I'm going to see if I can do it by hand. If not, I'm going to have to grab a wrench. Yep, got to get a wrench. There, just some channel locks. Does it pretty easy. What I like about this too is you don't need to have to get a drain pan thing to make this the filter for the Harley to get out. So this is kind of nice that it's like right there. Makes it so much easier to get the oil pan under. Didn't have to buy a whole nother kit thing for it. Even for putting it in the or filling it up later, I didn't have to buy a special thing to put it in the primary or anything, so this is kind of nice. I'll let that drain just a little bit, then I'll clean it up while I go get rid of the oil filter and get the new one. Okay, it's done draining, so just clean it up as much as you can. I don't know why, even on the Harley it didn't say to do it, but I took auto shop in high school, and it always told you to put some oil in the oil filter before you put it back on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Instructions don't say to do it, but yeah, I don't know. Can't hurt. And then just put a little film of the oil on the gasket and go ahead and put it back in. Go ahead and spin it on. It's supposed to go right until it seats on the gasket, which is, you know, pretty much there, and then you do 3/4 to a full rotation of the oil filter. Again, I don't have a wrench, so I'm going to try to do it with just my hands, which normally should. So let's go ahead on full turn. There, that should be good. I don't know if you can see that on there, but there's a writing there. I basically just did it all the way around, and it's a little over 3/4, but a little less than one full turn. Let's go ahead and fill it back up with oil. So now you just remove the dipstick. I think there's a tool you can buy for this. I haven't had really an issue taking it off, so I keep doing it with this. And just put your funnel in. It says to put just 4.7 liters in to begin with, or what is that, 5 quarts to begin with, not to put the whole 6 liters in. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, that's about 4.7. Let's go ahead and put the dipstick back on, and we're going to fire it up. Now we're only supposed to let it run for about 30 seconds, so. Okay, now you're supposed to add another half a quart, which is 0.47 liters. So let's go ahead and do that. And there, once it's between the add and the full, you're good to go. So now all that's left is to make sure it's not leaking and go for a ride. One other thing you have to actually do on the Roadmaster is actually reset the oil gauge on it. So mine actually has it already down here, so you can just go here, reset oil life, yes. There, now it's all set. Now you can go for a ride. But yeah, that's it. That's the oil change on Roadmaster 2017 Thunderstroke. They're all about the same. It's pretty simple. The longest time it takes actually is for waiting for the old oil to drain. But yeah, until next time, later.